Hi, I'm Gina Owens. I'm here interviewing my son, Dawson Owens. Dawson is my youngest son. He's 17 and in his senior year of high school. He is also homeschooled by me, always has been. And so we're going to ask a few questions about my role as his mom and his homeschool teacher and how I can meet his needs more effectively. So, as you know, this is your senior year of high school.
What, really?
And this year, it's worked a little bit differently. Homeschooling, you've been taking
Yes.
all dual credit classes
Yeah.
at TCC.
hmm
So the first semester, those were more conventional kind of academic classes. What
Yeah.
was it you took the first semester?
I took Spanish 2, I took speech, and I took government and writing.
Okay, and how did that work out for you?
Felt pretty normal. I mean, it was a little bit different because I had a little bit of an uneven schedule. I
Mm-hmm.
had one day I had 11 to 12:20. That was it, and then
Mm-hmm.
the other days I had three classes. That was from 9:30 to 2, just straight up classes, no breaks at all. So I kind of had an easy day and a hard day. I kind of balanced that out with a little bit more homework on the easy day, and other than that, it was pretty much fine.
Okay, so you would have preferred that it was more evenly spread out, but you
Yeah,
did okay with it the way it was and made it
yeah,
work. Okay, so compared to before when I used to homeschool you all at home, this was, the opposite. You were gone.
yeah.
So compared to that, how did you like it?
I think I liked it a little bit more, just meeting people and just actually interacting more with the professors and yeah, it was pretty. It was not difficult. I mean, it was difficult, but it wasn't like impossible. It wasn't like overwhelming.
Yeah, okay. So this semester, you're still at TCC, but you're doing something a little bit different. What are you doing this semester?
I'm doing three real estate classes since the TCC one semester is just 6 months versus a whole year. Um, I finished basically my high school early. I just need to take one history, one math, and I'm taking a finance class on my last math to double for my real estate pursuit,
Mm-hmm.
and then two online real estate classes. So I'm kind of jumping into what I want to do in my high school.
Right. So you have a couple of basics you're finishing up. The
Yes,
real estate finance is doubling as your one of
math.
your math credits
Yeah,
and a real estate course. And then you have a couple of real estate courses, or three,
yeah.
that, but two of those will count as electives
hmm
for high school, but they will count toward your uh, real estate, what is it called? Certification?
Education. I mean, I guess certification. I have to take the certain classes in order to qualify to take my test
Okay, so you're
to get my real
finishing
estate
up high
license.
school. I'm sorry, what was it?
Just to get my license.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're finishing up high school, but then you're also kind of got one foot in your future.
Yes.
Okay, so um, I want to ask a few questions about as a mom, like our lives at home. How are things going? And are there things that you would like to be different that would meet your needs better? And then I'm going to ask you, as the person who's facilitating your education, how can I, what are the good and the bad? So let's start with at home. How do you feel like things are going right now as far as the way we run the home, the way the rules are, the way we operate? How is that feeling to you?
It's pretty chill.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. Not really a lot of strict rules. Just kind of. I mean, I think both of us are kind of naturally like not like clean freaks, but like just somewhat like we care a little bit about like both of us care a little bit about the house being tidy. So you don't have to specifically say like you have to do this, you have to do that.
Right.
We're just kind of both. I mean, sometimes I don't always do it all the time, but try to like pick up our messes, and it's pretty simple.
Yeah, yeah. So is there any room for improvement the way you see it as far as our lives at home? Is there anything you would like to see change or ways that I could meet your needs better?
Um, Not really. I think sometimes like give me a little attitude whenever I do something like stuff that I'm not trying to do.
Uh-huh.
But I think that's just kind of part of your. I don't really think that all has to do with. That's just expected. Nobody's perfect. So I think sometimes it's like I don't do. Like I think there was a situation with the dog. The dog was going crazy, and then You keep her locked up if you're going to continue to be outside, and then I let her out, and then I went back outside, and then you got like kind of attitude-y. But
well, I appreciate your grace on that, understanding that I am human. So as far as your education is concerned in these last few months of your senior year, what about that? Is there any room for improvement or things that you would like to see done differently in these last few months?
Not really. I mean, I'm just kind of, since we kind of made the change from like you doing most of it to just normal. There's college classes, so it's kind of up to me to keep them up. You know, you're not having to do a lot. Maybe just every once in a while, how are your grades going? You know, but it's mostly an independent kind of thing.
Okay. Do you feel like there's anything you're needing as far as support or help with your classes that I could be doing?
No, I think a lot of it, especially like my real estate classes, you don't really know a lot about. So that since I'm already kind of pursuing, I mean, I'm jumping ahead. It's still technically in high school, but since I'm jumping ahead, it makes sense that you're not specifically going to be able to help me with that, because this is basically my education as far as like my career, what I'm going to do, and that's not your interest. So
yeah. Okay, so to kind of summarize, this year has been like a transition year for you, where you're kind of transitioning from me doing most of your education and me doing a lot of, overseeing you and supervising you, and you've been in your personal life taking on more responsibilities, having more freedom, having more choices. And I've seen that, like you're right, that for the most part, you're pretty good about picking up after yourself, seeing things that need to be done and taking action on that. So, I want to recognize that you've been really good about that. As far as school is done, same thing. You've been taking a lot more responsibility. So kind of your need for me to oversee, is moved into more of a support.
Because
and
this is, since this is what I want to do, if I don't succeed in these classes, then that's going to delay my real estate license. It's going to delay my career. It's up to me to get that done, rather than high school a year, 2 years ago. Like there's kind of less of that direct association.
Yeah. And so, not everyone recognizes that
Yeah.
at your age. So that's really a way that I've seen you grow, in that you've transitioned from being more like a kid, like where I have to make you do stuff, where you're seeing your future, you're seeing what's going to benefit you, you're taking responsibility for taking action and running your own life. So that's a lot of progress you've made. So it seems like we're kind of working me out of a job here, but that's good. That was the goal.
Yeah.
So, as far as support, you've said that right now there's not all that much you need me to be doing, but I want to keep the conversation open, keep communicating about it, and touch back and know that if that changes and you're needing more support, that you can let me know. Also, as a mom, you've indicated what I heard you saying is you'd appreciate a little less attitude.
Yeah.
But you recognize that I'm human, which I appreciate, because I
Yeah.
am. But I will try to work on the attitude.
Okay, cool.
Okay, thanks
It's
for your
funny.
time.
It's
Dawson.
funny how it's usually the opposite.
But well, if you interview me for one of your classes, some of that might come out.
Okay, cool.
All
That's
right.
fair.
Thanks for your time.